You know, I have to say, Buell haven't been kind to this motorcycle. In fact, if I'm really honest, I think it's a pretty ugly looking bike. But in saying that, ugly these days seems to be the new good looking. So is this latest innovation from Buell, is it cutting edge technology, or is it design faux pas? Well, whatever you call it, there's no mistaking the Firebolt's optimistic design. For starters, there's that rather large frame, looking like it weighs 100 kilos by itself. Well, it actually doubles up as a fuel tank and allows a lower centre of gravity. There is also the addition of Buell's patented uniplanar system, which makes the engine a stress part of the bike, effectively becoming part of the frame and reducing vibration. Attached to that, you'll find a rather chunky swing arm that not only holds the rear wheel, but also plays the role of an oil tank. Removing the oil tank from its conventional position has meant that the wheelbase could be shortened to improve handling. Now, we probably won't see the Japanese rushing out to copy the Firebolt, but we all do like to see a bit of controversial design. And it doesn't end there. This huge front disc is actually rim mounted as opposed to the more conventional method of hub mounting, and attached to it you'll find a rather beefy looking 6-piston caliper, so that'll leave you with no problems in the stopping department. But apart from the improved stopping power, the lightweight braking system helps to reduce the unsprung weight of the bike to further improve steering speed and overall handling. The weight of the bike is fairly impressive for something built in the States, and for once, less is more, with a competitive 175 kilo dry weight. Now, at the heart of this Firebolt, you'll find a heavily breathed upon Harley V-Twin power plant displacing 984 cc's. Now, couple that with an all-new electronic ignition system, and this baby will put out 96 brake horsepower. You see, the thing is with this bike, it's got so much low-down power, you really need to use that to experience it and get the most out of those corners. Performance? Well, I reckon it deserves 9 out of 10. We're talking a very capable bike here. I mean, it's not a Sportster, but then again, it's not trying to be. It's got bags of low-down power, and any outright power that's lacking is actually made up for with those really fierce brakes. As for comfort, I reckon it deserves a poor 7 out of 10 really, although it is much better than the old Buells, which were more like sitting on a razor blade. It's quite a neutral riding position, but you will find that it will fit most shapes and sizes. And as for the build quality, oh dear, 6 out of 10 I'm afraid. I mean, these weld seams do look a bit, well, they're a bit in your face really, aren't they? And I think overall the bike does look a bit plasticky. Now, as for street cred, well, it's a bit of a difficult one because I do think it's an ugly bike and it looks bug-eyed at the front, and for that I'd want to give it 6 out of 10. Now, a lot of you sports bike fans out there would look at this and think, oh, it's just a fast Harley, and you'd probably agree with me. But it does have street cred because it's a little bit different and it's got a thumping great V-twin motor, so let's settle on 7 out of 10, shall we? Value for money? Well, it's a bit of a tricky one, that. For a bike at around 7 grand, you could almost look at it and think to yourself, now, where's your money gone? You see, I look at that and I think it looks a bit agricultural, if you know what I mean. But then again, if you look round at the competition, some of you might say that price is justified. So I reckon, 7 out of 10.